Hello guys, my name is Marco. So in this video I want to talk about camera problems that everybody seems to have. Now a lot of these things people already know them, but there are a few people getting into photography and videos and all these things that might not know these things, or they just felt anything like that. Now these are problems that tend to happen, and I will talk about how to resolve them and all these things. So I just felt that I wanted to do that. Okay, so the first thing is a blurry footage and photos. Now as you guys are seeing right now, it's very blurry. It's not really good to see, right? When it comes to a photo or video, it just really is annoying. Now there is a way to fix this blurriness. When it comes to a photo, you can go to Photoshop, put the sharpness really bright and everything like that. And when it comes to videos, I don't know if you could, I think you could do that if you add like a Luma color or something like that, somewhere around those settings. But regardless, the photo or video is not going to look really great. It's gonna try its hardest to get as much details as it can, and that does become a problem. So the way that you resolve this problem is that when you're taking photos and everything like that, always make sure that the photo that you took is actually good, because sometimes you take photos and then once you come back, it's like, oh my god, this photo came out blurry, or I didn't like this one, whatever, and then you completely, like, it bums your day out. So so that's what I recommend. Make sure that you get your camera and you look at your photos. Okay, so the other one is kind of like shaky footage. If you guys right now seeing this footage is really shaky and stuff like that, there is a way to fix this. You can go into like warp stabilizing, stuff like that, which it does help sometimes. But here's the thing, sometimes doing something like this doesn't look that great, so it's always good to get it stabilized while you're in the camera and all these things. Okay, so the other one is not being in shot. As you guys look, you can't really see me because I'm not in the shot. People take photos and stuff like that, and their face is not really in the photo or in frame or in the video, and that's something that does happen. And like I said, it's always good to go back and check to see if you're in the shot. Okay, so this other one is actually very common, mostly with your phone, right? Because your phone is the one that occurs more. DSLR cameras probably not, because you have a lens. And this other one is having your finger in your footage or in that photo. Like I said, is most common when it comes to phone, stuff like that. So the one thing that you can do is that when you take the photo or video, grab your camera and grab it like this. See that? So you won't actually, you know, do that. Or else your finger will be in the shot and you can't see paradise, you can't see the model, you can't see the person. What am I supposed to upload on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you post stuff? Am I gonna, a finger is gonna be there? Exactly. Okay, so this one I like to call it the yellow room, is because sometimes people, when they get their phones or their cameras or whatever, they take that and put it on the table and they just bust out recording. Now there is sort of like a smaller problem with that. It's because the lights that you are using, they're just a bit more warmer, more yellow, because you're not using daylight bulbs, and if you are, there's that. But what happens is that it's gonna make your videos look all yellowish and stuff like that, and you're gonna get a lot of gray and everything like that. So there's all those things that happen, and it makes the video look older than it already is. And you probably are thinking to yourself that you probably need a better camera or better phone or anything like that, which a lot of times that's not the case. You just need some daylight bulbs or something brighter. You can get a softbox, which if you were gonna get a softbox, I would recommend getting something that is like, something it's more compact. A softbox are for big space or whatever. You can get light rings, you can DIY, you can do a whole bunch of other stuff, or you can go to your nearest window, get the blinds, open them up, and then get your camera, and then you can start filming from there. Of course, a little blown out and whatever, but it's fine. It's fine, it's great. Also, you can go outside and film. But like I said, if for some reason it's late or you're filming in your basement or something like that, there's the lights, the daylight bulbs and softbox and all that stuff. So the next one is energy. You can get energy by any means. Coffee, maybe energy drink, which I don't sort of recommend, but there's that. Work out, you know, do a lot of exercise, and just whatever. You just need to be pumped to make a video. Because if you're pumped to make a video, then the way that you present your video, the way that you are, will make it 10 times better. Okay? You get so pumped about the smallest things, and then makes the video a lot better. So that's really important. Okay, so the next one is audio. Audio is one of those things that it is important to have and everything like that. And if you have good audio, that's great. If you have bad audio, that's bad. You can still use your inboard mic that the thing has, but a lot of people tend to forget about audio. One tip that we'll tell about audio, as long as you have some form of good audio or anything like that, it will be really that's great. Right now I'm using the inboard microphone. I haven't got a new microphone or anything like that, but I will pretty damn soon. So there's that. But one thing I will say is that it doesn't matter with so much what audio you get, as long as it's good. You don't need something really expensive, just because of the idea that you will never notice the difference unless you have both mics or both audio stuff, you know, side by side. This right here is going to be the last one. Put a little bit of effort on your clothing. Here's the thing, when you go to the movies, you watch a film, whatever, there's the people that are going to be in the film are people that have a costume or a sort of an outfit, depending on the film they're doing. When it's sci-fi, they have a sci-fi outfit. When it's horror, they have just regular kind of clothing. And when it's fantasy, obviously they have clothing there. A movie made in the 1950s, there's that, World War, or anything like that, kind of goes along with it. So when it comes to making videos on YouTube, it's kind of like a little bit of the idea of entertainment. So if you try to at least look a little bit more presentable, people will be like, wow, this guy took a little time trying to make sure he looks great or something like that. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Let's say that, you know, a guy wakes up, you know, makes a video, it looks like he woke up. He feels like he's like, this and that, kind of like a little bit like woke up, lazy, whatever. And people will be like, this guy, I don't know why he's making videos. Looks like he doesn't really care, anything like that. But if you take the extra effort and to at least try to look a little decent, not go off the walls and wear a tuxedo all the time or anything like that, just look a little bit more presentable, you know, and it gives you a lot of confidence. And if you are making videos, the camera is in your face. A lot of people, like when you go to job interviews, you dress great. People that are on TV, anchors or shows or anything like that, their outfits tend to be on point because that's the way it is. So it's always good to dress a little bit decent, a little bit good. Not, like I said, not off the wall. Just have a little bit of sense of style, something like that, because most people kind of don't do that. You don't have to do it, but it's just something that, you know, if you can do it, do it. Something like that. And here's the thing, you don't need to spend a lot of money on any of these things. You don't. Okay, you don't need a good camera. Okay, you can just use your phone and just play around with it and figure out smart ways that you can use it for. Okay, a lot of people feel like, oh, I need like this, I need that. You don't. You just need to know how to film. You just need to know how to take photos. How would you do that? By taking a lot of photos. Okay, not by waiting for that camera or that item that you think that you need, which in reality it's more about the knowledge about it. So there's that. So hope you guys like this video. I felt that I want to make this video. Now all these things do apply to me in a way. I've done a lot of these things, you know, in the past, and now I try to learn from them. So there's that. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later. Oh, bye.